I have for us today maybe one of the more breathtaking clips we've ever viewed on this channel for us to look at, as MAGA celebrity Dan Blizerian goes on a rather brazenly anti-Semitic rant on Piers Morgan, seeming unashamed to make clear his position of hatred towards the Jewish community. So I've lined a few of these clips up for us to look at, as I thought it would be good to analyze and discuss why this, like other forms of phobias and prejudice in America, is such a terrible issue to this day.
The reason we fought a lot of these wars is because of Israel. I mean, Israel lied to us. They told us that there was weapons of mass destruction. We fought many wars on their behalf, so their influence cannot be, disputed. And the people that we continuously fight just happen to be their natural enemies, and they have influence on what we do. And that's my biggest issue. That's actually one of the reasons why I kind of started marching down this path, is because I see how much control Israel has over our government, and it's not healthy. And I see our politicians acting on behalf of Israel instead of on behalf of what is best for the United States. And that is, as a veteran, where I really have fucking, huge problems with this.
I'm sure you do, but when you say that what was it you said? That Jewish people said there were weapons of mass destruction. I mean, it was President Bush. He's not Jewish. It was Colin Powell. He wasn't Jewish, as far as I'm aware. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're talking about 0.2% of the population, so obviously every single person in there is not Jewish.
This is why I hate how extremists can co-opt otherwise logical positions and remove the credibility from them they deserve, where here he is correctly analyzing through pro-Israel lobbies like AIPAC, Israel has a disproportionate influence in our politics and political sphere, but he's extrapolating that very real problem to justify anti-Semitic beliefs. The idea that this secret Jewish cabal is controlling the world and pulling the strings behind America and is just behind all the evil that we've seen is kind of the basis historically for some of the most heinous attacks that's ever been carried out on any group of people, but especially Jewish people. And it was the foundation for conspiracies like the Great Replacement as well, that has also led to downstream horrendous attacks being carried out on groups of people. Like, our government lied about weapons of mass destruction, specifically Republicans, of whom this guy supports as a Trump voter, but instead of place the blame where it rightfully should be, he's saying, no, it was the Jews, actually. The Jews did it. Because why? Maybe one person involved somewhere down the line was Jewish, but it makes no sense, but it does get worse. So let's keep going.
How many do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
I don't know, but I would bet my entire net worth that it was under 6 million.
Again, I simply ask you, Dan, what's the motivation for making claims like that? What do you stand to gain by trying to diminish what happened in World War II?
I'm just answering your question. I mean, I'm a gambler, so if I think that something is a low probability, then I would bet on it. And I don't know for a fact, but the evidence all says that it was less than 6 million. I mean, just the mathematics don't work.
The math doesn't math is a wild defense of why you're denying the Holocaust. These type of people have to be the most brain broken people in America. What is there to gain from denying one of the most atrocious attacks ever carried out in human history, with plenty of documentation, numbers, evidence to support it? So I don't even get the motivation behind just saying, fuck it, meh, looking at something like the Holocaust and saying, nah. But then again, I mean, there's still people to this day and age that will try to downplay slavery and be like, well, black people owned slaves, and well, it actually wasn't bad, and it actually taught them skills. And it's just these type of, it's like a breed of people who have never been marginalized typically. They've never been victims of oppression, so they just want to deny the effects of that for anyone else, as if to say, any sympathy that I myself can't get shouldn't be allowed for others either. That's unfair.
You're literally blaming Jewish people for almost everything that's happened that you don't like in the world. That is the purest personification of anti-Semitism right there. That's what it is.
Well, when you have a religion that promotes supremacy, when you have a religion that says that you are better than other people, and when you have a religion that says it's okay to steal from other people as long as they're not Jewish, when you have a religion that says it's okay to rape people that aren't Jewish, when you have a religion that talks about having sex with, kids that are under 3 years old, When you have a religion that promotes these things and promotes supremacy, I think you're going to have problems. And you see that in Israel. Israel is a manifestation of that religion. And I think that religion is, it's terrible. I don't believe in white supremacy. I don't believe in Jewish supremacy. I don't believe in supremacy at all. And right now, I think you have massive Jewish supremacy.
You sound like a Nazi.
I mean,
now, to break the fourth wall here quickly when we discuss this, I've obviously seen these clips before. I'm not like watching them the first time when I play them for you guys. But when I did see this originally, I wasn't like watching this video to make a video out of it. I was just laying in bed. And when I heard what he was saying right here, I'm like literally thinking like, wow, this dude sounds like an actual Nazi right now. And then Piers said that and I just completely lost it because it's true. He's trying to justify his hatred towards a group of people by saying it's something inherently wrong with a group of people or their beliefs, and that's what's causing it. It's not him, it's them, right? That is as Hitlerian as it comes. And it's also a scary perspective to hear just casually and comfortably touted by somebody. And hey, I'm the first person to talk about the shortcomings of Israel or the things that they do with AIPAC and such in American politics and how things need to change pertaining to Israel being a apartheid state largely, right? That's occupying the Palestinians. But to say that Israel shouldn't exist because the people there are inherently like corrupt and evil and all of this, it's genocidal, right? That's anti-Semitic and it belongs nowhere in our political discourse.